All right. Well, I think let's get started here. Well, since we'll start with the invocation. Toward the one, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the one heart, the spirit of guidance. Okay, and we're also going to sing a song. And so we're going to try to do this song that I really like, where we kind of sing to the universe and we sing what we would like to receive. So go ahead. I want all of you to, I invite you all to type a quality into the chat that you would like to receive, and we're going to give to the universe in the song. Right. So I'll start with peace as my quality, and then let's see if you guys can type something in. I can't. Let's see. Can you bring up the chat so I can see it? Okay. All right. Beautiful. With compassion, trust. And I don't know if I can see everyone, Anna. Can we switch to gallery mode? There we go. Perfect. Okay. Compassion, trust, mercy. All right. Wonderful. Okay. So I think many of you know this song. We can get started. Peace, peace, peace to the universe. Peace, peace, peace to the universe. Compassion, compassion, compassion to the universe. Compassion, compassion, compassion to the universe. Trust, trust, trust to the universe. Trust, trust, trust to the universe. I can't quite see I can't see. Thank you. Mercy, mercy, mercy to the universe. Mercy, mercy, mercy to the universe. Joy, joy, joy to the universe. Joy, joy, joy to the universe. All right, wonderful. Um, all right, so I invite you to close your eyes and move into the familiar, position with the body to meditate. So feeling ourselves sitting in the chair, feeling our legs on the ground, our feet on the ground, feeling the spine against the back of the chair, pointing up toward the ceiling, pointing up toward the heavens. And I like to roll my shoulders back and really open up the chest, opening up the heart. And then I invite you to begin by observing the breath, breathing in through the nose, and then we're going to breathe out through the mouth during this meditation with a water breath. Just feeling the breath, feeling where we are. The breath carries all the emotions of the day, feeling into it, feeling the breath coming into the body and back out again. And then, naturally, the breath begins to deepen. Deepening the inhale, deepening the exhale. I invite you to put your fingers on your stomach, perhaps on the belly button, feeling the stomach expand on the inhale, all the way out. And then allowing the breath to exhale completely. And it's almost as if the belly button touches the back of the spine. Really allowing ourselves to release all the anxieties and just allowing ourselves to breathe. To breathe or to be breathed. And then I invite you to put your hand on your chest to get a sense for the heartbeat. It'd be wonderful to meditate with our hand on our chest. So just breath and heartbeat, breath and heartbeat. And we're going to go into this theme of the water element and love. And so when we breathe in through the nose with this attunement to the water element, it lifts us up. It's like the lifting of the chest physically, but also there's a lifting on the inhale, a rising up above us, even above our heads. It's as if with every inhale, the energy of the breath rises above and above. And it can rise so high to the highest, up to the heavens even. It's so relieving, the inhale this way, with a kind of this intention of rising up in the upper dimensions of the heart. It's a very pure energy above us. Very pure, unmanifested energy. And then on the exhale, it's as if that pure, unbounded love pours down upon us. So with every exhale, it's like a stream of water begins to flow deeper and deeper, more fully from above. And perhaps at first it's just a trickle of pure water, pure, fresh water, full of life energy, a very pure form of love pouring down. And I invite you to touch with your fingers the notch of the clavicles. So that little notch between the collarbones. This is actually the most sensitive point in the body. And I invite you to exhale this wonderful loving energy there, filling the whole heart center. And so we're filling our hearts with this loving metaphorical water and these angelic energies. So with every breath, the stream of water grows. Perhaps it becomes like a waterfall. just pouring down from above, filling our hearts. So with every breath, we're nourishing our hearts with this wonderful loving energy with every breath. And, perhaps we just spend this whole practice just doing that. I mean, why not? Sometimes, this is what we really need. It's just this wonderful stream of loving water pouring from above. But if you'd like to go further, I'd like to invite you to ask for your heart's desire right now. See if we can really allow this love to pour down into the crevices of our heart and allow ourselves to be vulnerable and feel what we desire. And perhaps what can help is, we have these different areas of life that we often have desires in. And relationships, perhaps we feel lonely, we want a family, or we want to improve some relationship. Perhaps there's a lack of resources, we seek abundance, we seek to accomplish something. It's very common. And then many of us struggle with health, perhaps a health issue. And then the final one that we look to is a spiritual desire. Perhaps we desire for more God. Perhaps we desire for more love in our life spiritually. These would be some examples of desires of the spirit. So let the water breath wash over the heart and let this pearl of the heart come forward, this desire. And so now we have this full heart. Perhaps our heart is really energized with this loving energy. And naturally, the heart just wants to give. We just want to give this energy back. And so place in front of you someone in your life that also has that kind of desire. If it's a relationship, perhaps so many lonely people right out there, right? If it's a spiritual desire, so many people are spiritually malnourished out there. It's easy to find people in our lives that they struggle with the same health issue or whatever it is. It's usually someone comes to mind. And so, just thinking of that person really helps to put them in front of our hearts, and then we just give. So the water pours forward and the love pours forward from our heart to theirs, streaming down from the heavens and pouring forward. An energized heart just loves to give. And so we do. Feeling the heartbeat. And perhaps with every heartbeat and every breath, this wonderful stream of loving energy just becomes fuller and richer and flows more and more. And what's so amazing is that the more we give, it's like the more our heart is filled and energized. And it can even become like waves of water pouring forward from our heart to theirs. It's like with every heartbeat, the wave moves forward. All right. So that's our intro meditation. So we can, gently return to the everyday breath, feeling the heartbeat, kind of grounding back into the chair and maybe wiggling our fingers and our toes. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Good job. All right. All right. So, I always like um, to share after a meditation. It can be, it just helps us work. We're all together working through having experience together. Um, it's kind of hard to get into the meditation myself when I'm leading, but I definitely felt that stream from high, high, high above coming down and pouring forward. Um, it's really wonderful to meditate with all of you. Okay, we're all ready to rock on. Next meditation looks like. Okay, that's cool. Um, so next is a reading. Um, I think all of you know this book, Follow Your Heart. Highly recommend it. This is page 94 on Paran and Susanna's, third book. A great spiritual teacher in India was renowned for his teachings. He taught that true worship is of the invisible and formless unity that pervades all beings in all forms. He had thousands of devoted pupils. One day, he told them he had decided to go and bow before Kali, a Hindu goddess with a definite form and specific qualities. His pupils, among them many doctors, professors, and other esteemed, intelligent people, found this difficult to swallow. It went against all they thought they knew, that they should worship the formless, not some statue. Their confidence in their teacher was destroyed. All his all his disciples walked away, save one young man who was very devoted to his teacher. As the teacher and his one remaining student walked to the temple of Kali, the teacher tried to persuade the disciple to leave him as the others did. The student refused and continued to walk with his teacher. On the way, the teacher's heart became full as he thought about human nature, how fickle it can be, how a single statement can change a relationship. He was so full of feeling that when he reached the temple of Kali, he reached the state of ecstasy. And this ecstasy brought him to fall before the statue of the goddess and bow his head. His student did the same. After the two had gone up, the teacher asked again, "Why do you follow me?" The young man replied that he had seen nothing in his teacher's conduct that went against what he had been teaching. That it matters not at all what one bows before, as the same oneness exists in all things. This young man had been the only one out of all the learned adherents who studied under this teacher who was able to receive this lesson. Soon. Okay. So our theme today is sending love in the dome. And I think all of you have probably some way or another obviously heard this term, the dome. Um, and it's a very, it's a very important principle in our tradition. And I think that's why even, a lot of our websites are named after the dome and so forth. And so we have a picture of a dome here. We also have a picture of um, the Hall of Mirrors in Paris. Another metaphor for this is we live in a house of mirrors, a palace of mirrors. And really, it's in some ways a simple principle, but very profound, where the way the universe works is whatever we give gets reflected back to us, right? And here, we have a quote from Susanna's blog where she talks about the good wolf and the bad wolf and how they live in the dome. And the good wolf is just kind, and so they get more kindness, right? And the bad wolf is bad, so they're always miserable, I guess. So and so what the way that we're working in these practices today is by sending love to someone that has the same desire that we do. That's a way that that we can get that reflected back to us, so it helps both that person, but then becomes reflected in the dome by the universe. So that's kind of our theme. So then we don't know how we'll get back. We could get it back with an internal experience. You could be in the shower and you're just kind of hit with a wave of love, and that's how it comes. It could come through nature, it could come through music, it could come through a TV show. And so that's the universe is very mysterious. But so getting attached to how, if we have a medical condition, we're sending love to other people that have a similar medical condition. Well, it's it's mysterious how it is that the universe will send that back. It may not be that you're magically cured. Maybe you get guided to a different doctor, or it's a mystery. But this is one of the secret principles of the mystics, right? That I think is really profound. So great question. All right, so I think we'll we'll move on to we're going to take this a little bit further in the second meditation. All right, so I invite you to close your eyes, going back to the familiar steps, preparing the body to meditate. With spine straight, chest open, returning back to the water breath. Returning back to the smooth rhythms of the full breath. And again, reaching up to this infinite dimension above on the inhale, to the highest of the holies above. And then breathing down, these celestial energies, pouring down, beginning to fill the heart again. and sometimes for myself, my heart is already so full, it just overflows and it starts pouring down, even down to the earth. There's just so much water coming down. And I'm so excited. I forgot to mention the heartbeat, of course. So perhaps we can put our hands on our heart and really feeling the heartbeat. And like with every heartbeat, our heart center is energized further and further with this really downpouring of water and love. And then again, I invite you to check in to your heart's desire, just allowing whatever arises to come. The water seeps down into the, all the deepest places of the heart. What is our desire? What do we really want? And then again, I invite you to put a person in front of you, somehow connected to this heart switch. And then, like before, we begin just naturally, I think we begin to send energy to that person's heart with the exhale, the water breath. With every breath, with every heartbeat, this, kind of flowing of love just pours forward to this other person's heart. And then their heart becomes energized. And so naturally, there's a return back to us in both directions. So on the inhale and exhale, there's this bridge of water and love from their heart to ours. And it's like with every breath and with every heartbeat, this river of love and water, very pure spirit. It just grows, becomes wider, fuller. And then I invite you to put this person's name on your heartbeat. It's as if both hearts are just so energized that they're just so close to us. They're in our hearts already. So now they're so close that they're in our heart. We just put their name on our heartbeat. And the love and the light from the heavens above pours down into our hearts. And our heart is beating for them. Together, our heart beats and is nourished by the waters above, the waters of heaven. And we follow our heart, perhaps another person comes, it's just mysteriously, oh, there's someone else that needs to be on our heartbeat. that wishes to receive this wonderful, revivifying, cleansing, and purification by water. This wonderful, pure love, just coming from above, from the one being, channeling down to the divinity of our heart. It is our gift to these people who are also part of the one, part of humanity, part of the fabric of life. Perhaps we can feel their desire as our own, their longing as our own. And it just feels so healing, so unifying to partake in that. To have this opportunity, the heavens is so desiring to pour down the love for this person and us. And finally, there's an opportunity. There's an avenue that we've created. And we'll conclude by meditating to a piece of music. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, it's wonderful. Would anyone like to share anything about their experience? You want to share anything? Let's see. Is there anyone we haven't heard from here? Chaitanya, are you there? Okay. He's here in spirit.
Yes.
Well, only communicated with the inner planes. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, here he is. Okay, we've got Chaitanya.
Yeah, so the quote that you mentioned was it kind of hit for me a little bit in that like it answered a question or at least gave some looseness to some rigidity that I've been experiencing, and that's about idolatry. Like are we focused on the right gods, or should we be focused on God himself only? God is eternal. So this lesson was a good one, or the lesson that the student connected to. It's like, okay, I can work with that. But I don't see the connection between this practice and the quote. So would you make it really explicit for me?
Of course. Yeah. So I think on the spiritual path, the essence, at least one core quality of love is love for our teacher, is, that, who basically gives us the gifts of heaven, right? And so, it's about discipleship, that aspect of the water element. That's the connection. That would be in the spiritual quadrant, right? Spiritual desires. The love for the teacher. Does that make sense? Does that make sense now? Okay, I think Chaitanya said yes in chat. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for showing up. I had a wonderful practice with you guys. Yeah, it looks like a heart. You made a heart with your rope. Very good. I like that. All right. Blessings.
Thank you, Robert.
Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah,
Blessings
thank you.
to you all.
Thank you, Siddhartha. Have a good night.